Well, good, blessed morning, beautiful, precious ones. Beautiful, 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 precious ones. I want to thank every single one, those that said and those that didn't say it, but they thought it, helping me, about walking, getting some exercise in and eating better. Trust me when I tell you, I eat a whole lot better than what I used to because if the greens wasn't collard greens or cabbage or mustard greens or something like that loaded with some old greasy pork meat, I wouldn't even I would rarely have vegetables. Just this was years and years ago. To be quite frank, and I ate a lot of fried foods, lots and lots and lots of fried foods, especially crabs. Fried blue crabs are one of my favorites, and garlic butter crabs. Loaded, greasy. If you go back and you see a video that I did with crabs, you will not find them greasy. I stay away from that grease. And when now I use nothing but olive oil, which I don't use a lot of that because I don't fry much. I don't. But in that video with those crabs, they be rich. They be well, flavorful, but not with all that butter. I would dilute the butter. I take some of that egg, or they call she crab. They take the egg from the crab, and they call it she crab soup. So I would take, when I cleaned the crabs, I would take that and put it in with the butter, and I would have water in there too. But I have lots of seasonings in there, especially that hot pepper, y'all. I like that heat, but I've cut back on that too because it's the heat is peppers are good. Hot peppers, they're good in one way, and they're not in another way. Pretty much like everything else. But that's not why I'm up here. I was looking to, this month is the month of my husband's passing. I don't say rest in peace. I'm not trying to burst nobody's bubble, but everyone is not resting in peace. And my husband, because he could be walking on streets of gold. Now, he got saved. He didn't get saved until he got sick. But I still don't like to say rest in peace. It's like every time someone passed, they say rest in peace. But when I was looking for his obituary, I came across, this is my foster aunt. And you see how classy she is? I had actually taken the picture and put it up. I could sell it. Black Americana sells good. I used to hunt for like a dog sniffing for a bone, but I wouldn't sell her, although let me tell you why I'm up here. Let me just get to the reason why I am up here, thoughts, because I love being transparent. Now, first, let me say, I never, ever disrespected her nor Mom Rebecca, which was my foster mom. It was said that, from one of my gifts, going to Ancestry and doing some research, it seems that he seemed to have found that Mom Rebecca was related to us, but Mom never had kids. She never had children, but she still could been related, by the DNA. I don't know. I don't like to stay into things that I don't understand. I try and speak things that I know to be true, and that way I'll stay truthful, because being a liar, I am not. And it's just like this morning, no, last night, I said, let me get up here and check and see if I had any comments. And then I seen something that I didn't put up there. And I seen a lot of comments that I had missed. And lo and behold, and Well, I ended up seeing quite a few comments. I just couldn't go back that far and cover all of them, y'all. It was just too much. Time is precious. Y'all are precious, but time is very precious to me. And I had retired for the night. But I remember the grandmother of 5. I remember saying to her that, why I miss so many of your comments? I don't see a way. They don't come, and I don't see a way to see them. And I say, see, she's very knowledgeable when it comes to YouTube and technical things, and she's sort of knowledgeable, and so she probably already knew that on the top of the page it says comments and mentions, and it's something else. I don't forget what that is. And so last night was I've been up here on this page over a year. I thought I had started in July, but it might have been April, May, June, I don't know. But anyway, last night was my first time seeing that. So, sometimes a person can be you can think a person lying and they telling the truth, and they have happened and like with people that I know. And sometimes I just don't try to explain. I say, you gotta know me. We gotta know people, Okay, so I never disrespected her, nor my Rebecca, nor my birth mom. I just didn't spend much time with my birth mom until I got saved, And I ended up, moving her with me, and I ended up burying her, And I did what I was supposed to do with her being my mom, And so from looking for my husband's obituary, which I have a few of them around here, just in different places, but I didn't get it. I seen this right here, picked it up, and then my mind start going back. Whereas you can look and you can see she was a classy lady in dress. In dress, she was a classy lady. Mom Rebecca was a classy lady, going to church, going for appointments and stuff like that. But other than that, she looked like one of the ladies from like the 30s, poorly dressed, because she worked hard. However, she looked poorly dressed, but there was a smart lady. She worked hard. She was poor according to standards, but she wasn't poor because one thing, she inherited her brother's home. She took those, I think it was 2 rooms or 4 rooms, I don't remember, 3 rooms, something like that, and turned it into 9 rooms. And so she took over, she was left his home. She knew that, had money in the bank when she passed. I didn't know, but my name was up there, So that was about all what I knew about our home, being heir property. This lady right here, my auntie, could have taught me quite a few things, although she was uneducated too. But she worked for an attorney. I think they was attorney. They were nice people, the Rabies. They was really nice people, And they had a daughter the same age as me and the same size as me. And my auntie here, she liked to, God help me to say this where people can get it. Look, sometimes I have to just come right out and talk plain, because trying to use choice words and stuff, especially words that's not even in my vocabulary, I just gotta come right straight out and say it. So I'm gonna say it like this. She was fake and phony. This lady right here was fake and phony. Now, as a child, as a baby, she told me, when you was born, you was the ugliest, reddest baby I ever seen in my life. And she bust out and started laughing. And see, what she didn't notice is that I wasn't laughing. And I was grown then, So as a child, things happen, da 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 da, and I don't care to go into all of that. But well, getting back to the lady having a daughter same size as me, you know, uh, my auntie here would get her clothes, but she wouldn't give them to me. She gave them to a lady that was a teacher, and the girl's father was a principal. Now, if I was on Facebook telling this, and someone that listened, they would know exactly who I'm talking about. Now, let me see. I don't know the daughter's name, who she gave the clothes to. Her name was Carol, and I won't call her last name because she ended up being a prominent person, and another one too, that we was pretty good friends. And her mom and my birth mom was good friends, and she's very prominent. She's a billionaire, one of them that know me. So if I was to call some names and stuff, they would know exactly of the principal and the teacher that I'm speaking of. So getting back to how I was raised, Mom Rebecca did the best that she could. But this lady right here could have taught me about taxes. She could have taught me about banks, about bills. And well, the only thing I ended up losing in life was my furniture and a car after I met the wrong somebody and got hooked up with the wrong crowd and tried to hang with them, trying to get this on her and off nothing else. Hanging with them instead of going to work, But anyways, let me tell you why I'm doing this video. I do not like stucky people that got the nose up in the air. Excuse me. This lady here didn't like my mom at all. Well, she had a reason to not like her, but when you're supposed to be saved, you're supposed to forgive, and you're supposed to help those that's in trouble and going the wrong way. Especially if you're supposed to be saved and you singing in the choir and you're supposed to have high, prestige and stuff in the church. But anyways, getting back to what I said, I never disrespected her. When she told me about how ugly and red I was, and she laughed, and she seen that I wasn't laughing. See, the point I'm trying to make is this right here. She tried to be in the class and hang with the people that had prestige and stuff like that, and not just loving people for where they are. Because where I'm from, there's some precious people, y'all. Lord have mercy, there is some precious, when I be walking and cars be coming back and they be facing me, do you know I speak to every single last one of them, especially on my street. And that's the way they do in my hometown. You see, what's in you gonna come out. When you just love people and you're friendly, But she liked, and put herself and she's trying to surround herself with people like that. And so let me tell you. So when I went the wrong way and stuff, like she never disrespected me. She just didn't help me, But let me tell you this. After the Lord saved me and I got into business, the last restaurant that I had, well, I make barbecue like some say. No person that like have the smoke houses and they got the pits and like the barbecue places. People that when they had my barbecue, they said my barbecue tasted better than theirs. And my aunt every Friday, and Mom Rebecca too, every Friday we had fish. And every Saturday we had barbecue. Chopped barbecue and slaw and hush puppies every Saturday. So that's what I had in just two of my restaurants. The first one and the third one. And don't y'all hear me saying I had 5 restaurants. I sold 3. Might as well say I gave them away because I didn't get that much money. The most money I made off one, only thing I carried into that building was some food. I didn't, all I had to do was have the lights cut on and get my license and stuff and move some food in there. And I got 25,000 for that, and which is not $25,000 ain't no, it's a lot of money, but if you know what I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it was a lot for because I didn't put anything in there. Everything was already in there, whereas this last one, I put every dime I had to end up selling my Cadillac. My husband put some money in, and when I sold that business too. But once I fell into, see, one thing, the health department made me wait 3 months or longer before they let me open up, because I purchased the business from an Oriental lady, and all she had in there was woks, and the refrigerator didn't work. I had to get rid of the woks and put some fryers. So I bought 3 fryers. I bought a refrigerator. I bought a freezer. It was a white cloth restaurant. It was a very nice restaurant, but I had to stick a lot of money in there. So when I sold the business, well, see, I'm putting the cart before the horse. Who owned the building lent me some money, because I told her, I said, look, I can't even make rent. And it was $1,700. I said, I can't make it. The health department don't mess me up. And so that's when he got them to see, when your name, is out there and you got money and stuff, all you got to do is say the word. That's why a lot of people that's because this race went like it did, A lot of people, that money speaks, boy. So anyways, to make a long story short, she loved my barbecue. So when I had that third one, that's when she tried it. And then the last one, she got someone that she know to bring her to it. And, she checked out the restaurant, and oh my goodness, she was so proud of me, and, and she bragged on me this and bragged on me that. And, but getting back to that, the first restaurant that I started, a guy and I helped him start a church. But before we started the church, I let him have service, my cousin. I let him have services at my little restaurant. First one, it didn't have no more than, I say 15, 20 seats, But anyways, and so I helped him. I put the money for him to rent this building, get it started, seats and all of that, But before I did that, I rented. I ain't no need of saying we, because he didn't have no money. I rented a auditorium, and my aunt here came, and she was so proud of me. I had got saved, but look, y'all, when people really need the help, I need encouragement for walking, and sometimes it's hard. It's good being saved. Don't get me wrong, but it's not always easy. And every day is not always peaches and cream, but I can say being saved is a whole lot better before salvation, because I was suicidal. Now, after being saved, one time, it was something going on, and it wasn't money, it was something else. And the Lord had answered so many of my prayers, y'all. He was so real. I just say, Lord, I want to come on and be with you now. My kids, they was teenagers, but I was just hurting. I was in so much pain, and I say, God, it's hard being saved. Let me tell you what I did one night, because I just knew he was going to answer my prayers. He had answered all them other ones, Man, I tell you, look, back during those days, all I did was prayed, stayed in the Word, went to church, worked, cooked for my family and stuff. And if I watched TV, it was Christian. I didn't look at anything else. Everything was spiritual. Oh my goodness. So one night I just laid down on the floor in the living room, and I was waiting for the Lord to bring me on with him. I waited. That's how my faith was now. That's how much he had answered, how often and how strong he answered my prayers. And I'm going to tell you, hey, I've seen some miracles, y'all. Like I say, I am a miracle if you knew my story, all my story. And so I laid and I opened up my eyes, and I'm still there, so maybe after about an hour or so, I got up. Some would say, my goodness, how crazy can you be? I was a baby, and I still am a baby in Christ. The word said, come to me as a little child. I am so glad that I still have a lot of little childness in me. I have a lot of childness in me. Maybe that's why, I don't know. I don't know. I was going to say why I laugh so much. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot of joy. I don't have to do anything. And speaking of doing anything, um, it's in my heart to go to the park today to walk. And when I go, I feel a little sad because my friend, she's 81. One of them, she's 81. My other two friends, they are in their 50s. But she is the second one that I met. No, I met her first. I met Linda first, and and she's 81 in her health. She now. So when I go to the park, I did a video though with us in the park, but I didn't put her in there because she don't care to be. She's a good she a good looking gal now. She's a good looking gal. That she got a gorgeous head of hair, and the way she cut it, and she got a shape like a black woman, really. Well, there's some other nationalities that have nice shapes too, and but I tell you, she's a good old lady. But anyways, when I go to the park and by myself, and I be thinking how her and I would go, and we would meet people and talk to them and witness to them, and one man say, I was hugging everybody out there, and he say, the guy was sitting, on the other side. He said, "Well, give me." He wasn't homeless or nothing like that. He said, "Well, give me a hug too. Let me get off of that and get back to this right here." The reason why I'm up here. Oh, thank you, Holy Ghost. I missed something. See, the Holy Ghost. Let me tell you, there was a lady in my first restaurant and my last. Yeah, my first and my last. She was a millionaire, and I didn't know it. See, that's the way. If you are rich, no, you don't have to show it. You don't have to tell it. You don't have to act like it. You don't have to go around broadcasting about what you got. You got this and you got that. She had a Rolls Royce parked in her garage, but I never seen her drive it. Every time she came to my restaurant, she had some kind of old something or another. Her car was older than mine, and she didn't dress all with Louis Vuitton. Well, she probably did when she went to conferences and stuff, She probably did then. But and I'll tell you, she have a dress shop. In 1990, I know it was 1997 because that's the year my mom had passed, and it had to be in the wintertime. Well, Mama passed in February on leap year day, as a matter. Well, I buried her on leap year day. That's when I buried her. But I bought a suit from her, 1997. That suit's still in my closet. I thought I had mailed it to a friend of mine in Tarboro, because we the same. I've been wearing the same size. If they get a little tight, I just hold on to them. I've been wearing the same size clothes since the 90s. The same size. But I lost some weight. I got down to like 14, 16, and then I gained it back, and lost. And yep, and see, another reason why I don't want to lose any more weight is because you start getting flabby, But anyways, this lady was not uppity, and not only did she support me, she had a brother. He had a dress shop. She had her and her brothers supported me very well, And so my aunt right here was poor, of course. Well, she worked, in domestic, and her husband, Uncle Lewis, I got his picture too. He's the best man I ever met in my life. The best man I ever, humble, quiet. My aunt here, she put herself in places that people didn't even care for her to be there because she was bossy. She spoke her mind. I mean, straightforward, But she could sing, boy. She would tear a church up now with that voice. And when she passed, well, actually, she had left me. She had willed everything to me. But when I moved to Florida, I offered to bring her with me, but she didn't want to leave our hometown. So I had no choice. I had to go. And when I was going to divorce my husband, she gave me some wisdom. She said, don't do it. Don't do it. You'll regret it if you do. And she was right. I loved him, but, there's some things, and he was a bit upset because I lost money. He lost money. And, money can break up. It can cause you to feel some kind of way. But he loved me and he stuck with me. And that's why when he got sick, I stuck with him. See, he know if he married in one of them little cute, shapely ones, but he thought I was cute, And to this day, some tell me now that especially when I dress up, but you see me when I ain't. Like yesterday, when I did that video live, I said, Lord have mercy. Lord, that video popped up in my own feed, and I clicked on it, and I said, girl, you need to delete that video. But no, I'm not going to do it because it's me. I clean up pretty good, but, when you just be yourself, so you could be wealthy, but just be yourself. Do how people will gravitate to you when you're just being real, being yourself? But I find that some people that have nothing, they the one that want to have the Louis Vuittons and all of this and live, have the Mercedes parked out in the yard and they paying rent for a barn. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense, y'all. So I guess that's all she wrote, Anytime I do a video like this, I feel like it's for somebody. See, what's the moral of this story? The moral of this story is, it's another one I want to do too, but it will offend people. It will offend people, and so stay tuned, like, share, and subscribe, please. I get that from other people. Like, share, and subscribe. See, I listened to a lady, she was talking about how hard this was. It was starting out, I started out wrong, I got some videos going now that I was wrong. I'm not going to delete them, but I started out wrong and a bit hard. And some days now, especially when somebody comment to me and don't know me, my goodness, oh my goodness, I don't hate not a soul. I don't like everybody. Who do? And the one that say they like everybody, you is telling a L-I-E. God bless you all. I thank God for showing me what love is. When I read some people comments and I just love them so much. I do. But see, and then some make a comment and you want to give them a rose. And you want to give them a big old heart, but then you don't know if they're a man or a lady. And see, I'm not looking for no husband. I don't think, now, I don't like to say, I say sometimes I don't want to get married again. Because we don't know. And I'm not old, not yet. My body getting there, but in my head, I'm in my 30s, shoot, I'm not old at all. And so, and I know I said shoot, and that is not a bad word to say shoot. Now, I've said some, when the bee got a hold of me last week, I used a profanity word. So, by accident. So, if I should ever be up here and say one by accident, that's exactly what it'll be. Or if I stomp my toe, mostly I say shoot though, But it's the same thing. It really is. Just like some say GOTDAM. It's the same thing, So we need to watch it, y'all. We really do. But one thing about it, ain't nobody going to hell for saying shoot, But I guarantee you, if you don't stop saying gat, D-A-M, you just may end up there. So I'm going to leave it with that, y'all. I hate to leave on a bad note like that, but I love you. Till next time. Bye-bye.